1 year ago today, 6 October 2016, we paid off our house, and exactly 1 year to the date, right now, we just closed on our retirement home. This is what we're going to show you in just a moment. What are your thoughts? My wife, Julia.
Really happy and excited for a new chapter and a new home. Just looking forward to what's to come.
So now we're going to show you the house, and at the end I'm going to show you the vision that we have to pay it off as quick as possible, because we only financed 112. We put a lot of, in fact, everything from the previous house into this house. So we can get rid of that mortgage as soon as possible. It's time to show you that house. Hey guys, this is the property. We finally closed on it yesterday. It's 4.5 acres. With these great trees here in the front. This is the area that we call the forest. It's the entrance, and it has all these cottonwood trees that supposedly they're about 100 years old, at least 2 or 3 over there. This video I'm going to talk about 2 things. I'm going to show you the property, the first half. The second half I'm going to talk numbers as far as what we did and what my plans are to knock out the mortgage on this. As you can see, there's a lot of space, privacy. Our neighbors are all the way over there, which we don't see. There's Molly. The house was built in 1972, 3,300 square feet. It's a ranch style home with 2 rooms upstairs and then a full basement. We're not even done with all of our unpacking, putting up curtains, things like that. We weren't necessarily looking for 4.5 acres, but in Colorado Springs it's not common. My wife grew up in North Carolina and she's used to having a lot of space. I'm a city guy, so this is new to me, but I love it. I work with a guy who moved from West Virginia to Colorado, and he had a riding lawnmower that he's had for 2 years, brand new when he bought it. He dropped it off today. So all of this grass, I now have a riding lawnmower that I'll be able to use.
I guess I wasn't pulling hard enough. That's what the problem was. Is there something for this to latch on to hold it up, or?
That is where the road is to come this way. And we have a vision to put 2 lanterns here on the side of the house and some type of decoration made of wood. Eventually, we've planted 3 trees. We're going to plant a lot of trees. The goal is to block those barns. That's another property over there. The property continues all the way. There's another cottonwood. There's 2 more that way, which I'll show you in a moment. And you have one that fell down. Who knows how old that was. I'm gonna have to clean up this tree. It looks like a big old weed. Look at this beautiful monster. Then you have the fallen one here. That's a view of the property going south. These are the neighbors. Of course, we haven't seen them, but they have 2 horses, and we see them every day. This property here is 8.5 miles from Peterson Air Force Base. There are the 2 cottonwoods and my old truck. The barn did not make the cut. Unfortunately, it needs too much work for it to be repaired, so it's gonna have to be torn down. The foundation here, we were told, is pretty good overall. So one day my wife and I are going to rebuild completely from the ground up a barn right here. This is what it looks like now that the barn is gone. big old hole. The foundation here is good. So within the next 6 months, we're going to actually build a brand new barn from the ground up with electricity and a restroom. It's going to be great. That is not our side. In fact, if you see that little post, that's where the fence is going to go that way. The owner who lives over there is going to redo this barn, close off this side and use it as storage. Starting to snow just a little bit. Fall is definitely here. This whole entrance here, an idea that I have is maybe to seal the top that comes along here with some posts over there, maybe one here and one here, so this whole area can be enclosed. We'll see if that happens. But let's go inside the house now. This is original here. We're going to remove that and make it more modern. Original 1972. It's nice because we got all new appliances. This is the dining area. We're still not done fixing and finalizing everything. There's a lot of work to be done in the backyard. This is the kitchen. And all this nice wood, brand new, that was done by the people that bought the house to sell it. We're going into the living room. 2 days ago I put the curtain rods up. So we're going to buy blinds for the entire floor, custom blinds and curtains. And this is the east where the sun rises every morning. It's so beautiful when it comes in. This is a picture that I got this year. It's my great-grandfather who was from Guatemala. And then facing west, usually you can see the mountains, but as you can tell right now, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's starting to snow light. We're going to plant trees all in front of that to separate that property. Our bedroom is straight ahead. This is the office. As you can tell, we're still unpacking, haven't put up pictures. This is Charlie. This is just a room that we're going to use as a closet. I'm going to hang this up. We're going to get our curtains and 2 closets, my wife's closet, my closet. A lot of work to be done still. Restroom. There is a basement, but we're not done with the basement. There's a lot of work to be done, so I'm not going to show you that. Here we have 2 bedrooms for guests, friends, family. I have to hang up the curtain rods today. It's kind of like a loft style. Closet, restroom, another bedroom. Put these up today. Cut the grass yesterday. Up from here, this way. And I gotta do that side into the forest. This is the retirement home that we're going to live for the rest of our lives. My priority is to pay off this house as soon as possible. It's a challenge that I'm excited about. We finally closed And I checked the bank today to see if the mortgage is showing up. It's not. Maybe by tomorrow. We owe $112,000. My goal is to pay this off within 1 year to 3 years. And the reason is I can do one is because when I sell the property, my mom's property in California, I can pay this off if I want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the barn, hire someone to do that, and get air conditioner. The rest, let's just say it's $70,000 or so, is going to go into this property. If I put $70,000 down, then I'm going to have $42,000 left, which is something I can do quick. The other thing is I have 7.5 months of active duty time left, which means 7.5 months of active duty pay before I take that cut in 2006, over 50%. So this is something that I'm excited about. This is our retirement home. I'm going to pay it off as soon as I can. And then I still want to travel with my wife. People may say, well, why did you sell your other house when it was paid for? The answer is it was a great home for us to raise our children, our son and daughter, but it wasn't our retirement home in the sense that there's people right next to us, and we were ready to move and do something like this. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to have 4.5 acres, but this is a blessing. It's 8.5 miles door to door from here to Peterson Air Force Base, where I'm going to be working, to the building where I'll be working. So it doesn't get any better than that. I hope you've enjoyed this. My reason for sharing this is to basically tell you that whatever it is that you want in life, you can make it happen. If you have a vision, a plan, you work hard, you make adjustments. And I share this also because my wife and I started 21 years ago with 6 pieces of luggage and a little boy, our son. That was it, no furniture, nothing. That's when we joined the Air Force. Here we are 21 years later, 21 and a half years later. We've made those adjustments, we've had a vision, we've worked hard. And I'm not gonna say that we've figured it out, but we know what works, what doesn't. We still have to make adjustments. It still takes work. Not only physical work, but communication and doing everything that you're supposed to as a couple to make it happen. I wish you the best. I'll keep you posted. Have a great day.